Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's, weekly reading for April 2nd through the 9th, 2023. This is our last week of weeklies. We are resuming dailies on the 10th. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this is our last shuffle here. Cards fell, I'm going to grab them. But we have teacher and we have status quo. Two cards fell. Okay, so we have milestone and deception, teacher and status quo. You have probably realized that people are not honest around you, and it's a milestone for you because you may have, the thing is that you have felt it. Scorpios are like a natural lie detectors. And it looks like you may have felt it, and now you reached a milestone where you're realizing that it's not even about them being deceptive. It's the fact that they're jealous of you in some way. You may be surrounded by people who are very envious of you. Okay, and it's taught you a valuable lesson because I think it's taught you a lesson because you're different from them. You stand out from other people. You may be surrounded by people who really don't resonate with you. Like, you may be spiritual and they're not. You may be someone who you have a bigger outlook on life. Like, you look at the big picture and they don't, right? They look at their neighborhood, their town, their square, you know what I mean? The same old stuff, and you're not small town, you're not small time. And so you may realize that now, like, this is a milestone for you. Like, oh, you may have felt, oh, they're haters, but it's bigger than that. It's the fact that you are in a place where it does not, like how you're just not accepted where you come from because you're not of them. You know what I mean? You're just not of them. You're bigger than that. Teacher, you have devil and five of swords. It has taught you so much. These people, it's like, golly, this is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, gosh. Scorpio, what have you been dealing with, man? Scorpio, come out very strongly in this reading. Your own self, you're coming through. So this is the milestone, however. But teacher, the devil, five of swords, hermit, three of wands, right? You have been so conditioned to being treated poorly or treated unfairly or taken advantage of that you did not know any different. So you've been waiting on the same sort of energy. Milestone would say with the deception is that you realize that that is not life. That's not what life is about. That's not what you're supposed to be dealing with. A lot of us have been conditioned to things of this nature. And this would be something like, you know how they say, how do you cook a frog? You have been put in a pot of cold water. They've been turning up the heat on you little by little to the point where you don't even realize that you're boiling. And that's where this is at here. It's taught you a valuable lesson breaking free from this kind of energy. This has been a long time coming. You may have, as a youth, wanted to get away from them. You know how, like, when we're very young, we recognize this about ourselves. And then as you grow, you get that beaten out of you. And so status quo with the King of Pentacles and death, this has been you trying to keep up with it. Not acting out of your spiritual realm, but out of this place of, I could actually blend in with everyone. I could wear a mask as well. I could be just like them. You're not meant to be like them. No matter what, you would never have been accepted. And you may feel that way all the time. Like, no matter what I do, I feel as though I'm still alone. Like, there's something always blowing up in my face, especially when it comes to certain people. And so Hermit would say that your wisdom, your experience with these people, your experience in life has shown you that you just got to break free out of this. You got to get out of this, right? That you've been too entrenched in it for a while. This is crazy because this is probably the deepest of all the readings. It looks as though you have been going through some sort of transformation as a person that you started when you were young. You probably already felt this way, but you just let yourself, like we get used to that. We stay in the same place or we live around the same friends. And it's like over time, you're just like, well, if I can't beat them, let me join them. Okay, so we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. True love, the sun, page of wands. True love energy says that you see yourself for who you are, no longer conflicted. You may have been trying to kind of torn about who you are. It's being illuminated to you that you are bigger than this. Like you're more. You're more than what you have been doing for a long time. And you've been fighting it. right? You've been fighting it so that you can be small enough for these people around you. And that's not what life is meant to be for you. Okay, so by the weekend, you're playing it safe. Six of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. By the weekend, you have decided that you're better off spending time elsewhere, right? Wherever your destiny is calling, it's not where you are. Okay, right now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. That may be something that you're facing right now. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I want to get away, but it seems like shackles have been placed on you. You know how, like, what we were saying, sticking around these people, trying to be like them, they make sure you're stuck because they don't want better for you, but they also don't want you to leave and be away from them either. You know, like, and I don't see lover here, but there could be a lover, you know, that kind of energy where it's a person that does not respect you. They don't care about you very much, but they don't want to let you go. So they, you know, like how, for a woman, my brother calls it, fill you up and sit you down. That's what he calls it. They make sure that you're like, oh, I'm going to have hot girl summer. And then they get you pregnant on purpose. You know what I mean? You don't know that. They could sneak and do, you know what they, sneak and do something to you and make it where you can't. You're like, how did I get pregnant? Oh, well, he took off the protection or something. And I know this is very risque or whatever. And I'm not trying to be, trashy about it, but I'm just saying this is an energy just to give you an idea of why this playing it safe is here. You want to get away and you're trying to figure out ways to get out of something. You're no longer wasting your time on, I almost dropped a card, wasting your time on anything. But this is about you trying to get away. You're plotting to make your escape because you realize that you're not going to move. You're not going to go any further in the situation you're in. You're not with certain people. Certain people just don't have your best interests at heart. This is very interesting. So I'm seeing a Scorpio getting out of your situation, planning on how to make your escape, trying to get away, because you realize that you're never going to mean much to this place or these people. You're just not, because you're bigger than them, and they see that in you. They know about you. You had to figure that out for yourself about who you are. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, not a Sagittarius, although that's channeled. You could be a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. We have another Scorpio, and we have Leo. Okay, we also have Taurus here. Aries or Sagittarius. So Sagittarius here as well. Sorry about that. So you could be dealing with these signs, or so you could be a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. We have Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. We have Leo Virgo cusp as well. Aries Taurus. Those are the signs I'm seeing that you could be dealing with. Otherwise, if you're not dealing with them, they are in your chart. Okay. All right. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.